So in this video, I'm going to teach you how you can translate pseudocode into actual code. Now, pseudocode is a language we use for planning. So I'm going to write a little program here and demonstrate how it works. So when we declare a variable, we could have our variable there, and I'm going to have a capital A. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the triangle bracket. I'm going to use two hyphens. I'm going to allocate age 0 to begin with. So I'm setting age to 0, okay? The other thing you might want to do is get some user input. All right. I'm also going to say output, what is your age? And the next line I'm going to say is age is equal to string to int age. Now what that's doing is whenever we get input, it is originally coming in as text. So what we've got to do is change that text string to an integer so that we can test it. All right. So going to test that here. Now I'm going to say if age is greater than or equal to 18, all right, then what we're going to do, if age is greater than or equal to 18, we're going to output you are old enough to watch this movie. All right. Now, the next thing we're going to say is else if age is greater than or equal to 15 and age is less than 18, then. So you'll notice I've left the word then off. All right. We're going to put that back in. We're going to output you need an adult with you for watching this. All right, and we're going to go else if age is greater than or equal to 12 and age is less than 15, then output you cannot watch this. I'm going to just watch what I've done with my variables here because that should be the same as the variable that we've used. So we've got our age variable, we've converted it to a number, an integer. Then we're going to say if it's greater than 18. If it's between 15 and 18, so they can be 15 and they can have an adult. If it's greater than 12 and less than 15, you cannot watch this, all right? But it might be that they've typed in another, even with an adult, but it might be that they are younger than 12, okay? So you cannot watch this at all right? And then end if. Now what you can see here is this is a planned structure. Now this type of language is called pseudocode, and we use this so that we can map our language onto any other programming language. So if you've got experience in coding in C#, you're able to go ahead and write that in C#. Now we're going to map this onto Python now, and you'll see how it's very different. So I'm going to start off by going age equals int input. So I've used some casting here. What is your age? So casting is when we change the data type. So we've changed it to an integer. We're going to say if age is greater than or equal to 18, then print you may watch this movie on your own. All right. That's okay at this point. Then we're going to say L if age is greater than or equal to 15 and age is less than 18. All right. Print you must have an adult with you to watch this movie. I'm going to go on to another elif. Age greater than or equal to 12 and age is less than 15. Print you cannot watch this even with an adult, else print you're way too young to watch this. All right. Now, what we've done here is we've got two conditions that must be met. This is how we check if something is between a range. Now, notice that I've got to be greater than and equal to 15, but I've also used the and condition. That means that has to be true and that has to be true. Now, if I was to run that now and put in the number 16, all right, so if I run this now, all right, and put in the number 16, you must have an adult with you to watch the movie. Let's change this to an or, and you'll see the difference it has. So we're going to go 16. You must have it. So that still works. The only problem is if I run that because of the or and put in another one, let's look at 12. You must have an adult with you. All right. But we can see here that if they are 12, you cannot watch this even with an adult. This is because of this or condition. All right. Yes, we are not greater than or equal to 15, but we are less than 18, which is why this condition, all right, works. Both conditions have to be true in order for this to work, which is why we use the and. Now, this is just to show you how you can translate from pseudocode into Python with selection. Hopefully, this is very helpful to you, particularly if you are going on to GCSE. So good luck with that.